Hello everyone, I'm Justin, and for today's video, it is time to spread happiness. This is Takopi. Takopi comes from the Happy Planet, a wonderful place full of happiness, and today he decided to leave his home planet in order to spread happiness through the universe. As he lands on Earth, he is given a small token of kindness from a young girl called Shizuka, who looks a bit ragged, so he decided to in turn make her happy. This is easy, as Takopi has multiple happy tools from his home planet. These tools can basically do anything: fly, transform into other people, and even go back in time. But for some reason, no matter how hard he tries, Shizuka never smiles. She doesn't even use any of the devices Takopi gives her, because in her words, even if she could fly through the sky, nothing would change anyway. As we are made aware of a terrible truth. Takopi's original sin is a manga written and illustrated by Taizan 5, made between December 2021 to March 2022. A short 16-chapter manga that dabbles in some heavy topics related to the circumstances of where we grow, how everyone has their different facets. On one side, they can be loving and caring to someone they like, but in turn, they can be mean and terrible to people they dislike. What makes us who we are? Can someone be blamed for their actions when they had no other choice in life or were never taught anything else? This is a short but difficult read that focuses on the topics of suffering, loss, physical and emotional damage, all perceived through the eyes of an innocent but naive creature that doesn't understand these simple human concepts, but tries his best to make everyone happy. Through the story, we see how Shizuka is being bullied by a classmate called Marina. Every day there is insults to her, a book being stolen, and even physical attacks to her. But everything is fine, because she has her best friend at home, her dog Chappie, a gift given to her by her father before he left. He is the only thing that brings happiness to Shizuka's life. Well, that is until one day he is gone. You see, Marina got bitten by the dog on purpose and Chappie is taken away from her. Takopi offers a magical ribbon so that she can reconcile with Marina, but as he goes to her house to check on her, it is too late. Takopi, realizing his mistake, decides to use yet another tool to go back in time to when he first met Shizuka and find a way for her to become happy and protect her from any harm. This manga has 4 main characters. Shizuka and Takopi are our central characters. Marina serves as an antagonist of some sort. And Asuma is the diligent class rep who is trying to help Shizuka. All of them have their own family problems that affect their lives. Shizuka's mom is an escort. Her dad left because of that, and her classmates bully her for that reason. Marina's mom is deep in depression, as her husband is spending all their money on hostess bars, and in particular on Shizuka's mom. This affects Marina's life and in turn makes her hate Shizuka more. Asuma, on the other hand, has a respectable family. His mom is a doctor and his older brother is a genius with a perfect personality. This makes Asuma to put all his time and effort into studies, only to never achieve his mother's expectations, as he is not as smart as his older brother. I first got attracted to this manga after looking at the cover of the first volume. Taizan 5 art is really unique. It doesn't try to be hyper-realistic, but still gives a sense of realism depicted in the different emotions shown from their characters: sadness, fear, joy. The way he depicts all these emotions is incredible. You can see his rapid growth on both art and storytelling, as before this manga, he had previously worked on 3 different one-shots that all revolved around the complexity of human emotions, trauma, and coping mechanisms. This is not to say that this manga is a masterpiece. There were more than a few flaws in the story. With only 16 chapters, the story felt a bit rushed. Most of the characters' backstory and development felt a bit lacking. I would have loved to know more about their families and why they behave that way. and I personally didn't like the ending. I thought that the final plot twist was fine, but knowing how everything happened made it a bit weird to see that final outcome. But I think that where this manga excels is at showing pure emotions, and the final confrontation between Takopi and Shizuka in chapter 15 has to be one of the most emotional moments I have seen in a manga. I think Taizan 5 made a perfect depiction of what can life be for a bullied child, but also going deeper to the reasons behind why it happens, and understanding the side of the bullier too, but also bringing to light that sometimes things can happen without you doing anything wrong, and how as a child these emotions can overwhelm you. I believe that Taizan 5 will keep improving and learn from his previous works. While Takopi's original sin was not a masterpiece, it still showed a great story that hopefully will get improvements in his future works. Currently, he's working on a new serialized manga called the Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins, and I only heard good things about it. Takopi's original sin is a great manga that you can read in around an hour. It shows how the kindness of actions can actually worsen situations, the misunderstandings between children, and how sometimes you have to accept that you can't change everything. It still has its failures, especially towards the end of the story, but even then, the manga excels at showing the core emotions of the different characters, and the story shows glimpses of greatness, especially when talking about trauma and emotions. If you're ready for a depressing ride with a somewhat happy resolution, I recommend you to give this manga a try, and to look out for Taizan 5. I believe that in the future, we'll see more of his art go to the mainstream of anime and manga. And with that said, we come to the conclusion of this manga review. What do you guys think of Takopi's original sin? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you guys next time.